I'm going to slap that phone out of your hand in a second. Hi, I'm BigPapaGrump.
I'm Junior.
CJTruth.
And we are going to cover the Raw and Smackdown Superstar Shakeup.
So let's start with Raw.
They got everybody.
Yeah, Raw got everybody. Like, I mean, they got,
Vagabondo.
Yeah! It's
Yes.
my NXT boy.
Yeah, the biggest one was the Drifter.
The Drifter. Obviously,
I really think his new gimmick, like, he should never wrestle again.
oh, I'd be perfectly okay
He
with
should
that.
just wander around the crowd and in and out of matches. You know, like
Oh.
like what they were trying to do with the Golden Truth with the Pokemon Go. He should just do that, but just carrying the guitar, like, and not interfere. Like, he just walk through the middle of a match and then just up the ramp.
Speaking of which, coming soon, the real Golden Truth. The relevant ones. Go ahead.
We'll get there. But no, seriously. Well, let's start with the women.
Alexa Bliss, big pick.
Alexa Bliss, that is huge. Love Alexa Bliss. She was probably again, I never counted AJ Styles as a heel when he was on SmackDown because the crowd didn't. But she was probably my second favorite heel on SmackDown, behind The Miz. Also picked up Mickie James. That's nice to have another veteran on Raw.
But you're taking away from SmackDown on that aspect because if you keep Mickie James over, now you can actually have probably roster-wise one of the best matches of old school, new school, where you have Mickie and Charlotte facing off. I'd rather watch that match on a Tuesday or a Monday night than have to sit through a Nia Jax match where I get to watch her do a normal maneuver that is the most devastating thing in the history of Foreverland.
Well, I'm looking forward to Alexa Bliss, Bayley. I think that that's going to be fun. I mean, we saw it in NXT, but it was pretty good in NXT. Sasha Banks and
But you saw
Alexa Bliss.
You saw Alexa before the Attitude. So the
Right.
Attitude is what's going to make this a better match because you're not seeing the little sparkle princess thing or whatever that was. So you do those are matches. But then you're also looking at, you now literally took off one of the major tune-in parts by removing Charlotte and taking her to SmackDown. You hurt the division by removing her. You helped the division by bringing in Alexa. But your match quality at what point we're at right now in the revolution of women's wrestling is where you focus on, you have Bayley, which you know every match she's going to have good storytelling, solid in-ring work, all the things that we all agree on. But then you take Sasha, who is, if you don't turn her heel and turn her against Bayley, you're losing everything. But then where does that make Alexa go? That's the point. Where is Alexa going to fall into all this? Because you can't turn her face. At this point, you can't. Because everything she's done solid is heel-wise.
I don't think you have to. I think one of the problems that because we had even kind of complained about it a little bit was getting tired of seeing Sasha and Nia, getting tired of seeing Charlotte and Bayley, getting tired of seeing Charlotte and Sasha, which they put on great. They're all good matches, but it's kind of the same thing. Like, I love seeing Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, but I don't need to see it every other week, which we'll get to that in a minute. So I think that with shaking it up and you move Charlotte over to SmackDown, you move and you bring over Alexa Bliss, Mickie James, to kind of like shake it up a little bit because we've never seen Sasha Banks, Mickie James. We haven't seen Sasha Banks, Alexa Bliss, or Alexa Bliss Bayley in quite a long time. So and everybody's gotten better since then. So you can kind of refresh it a bit, and I'm kind of curious to see if they can pull it off. I'm a little bit more optimistic, believe it or not, about the Raw women's division today than the SmackDown's women's division. But I think long run, SmackDown women's division is going to end up probably pulling ahead because I don't know if you want to. Yeah, we'll just jump over to SmackDown because they get Charlotte, They bring back Tamina, which doesn't sound like it's a big deal. Just when you say it, it's like, oh, it's Tamina. But Tamina's a good worker. And Tamina can be the bruiser of that division, and she could be the Nia Jax on that side of it. And you've got Becky Lynch versus Charlotte again, which
is always good.
Yeah.
But the problem is, too, with this division and what it is with the Revolution is it's been 4 main focal points, and it's going back to the same 4. This has always been my issue within the division. I don't care how much you shake them up. If you don't take what you have and build up to a point. Because Raw's roster before, Dana Brooke, Emma's hurt, get it, she's out, that's fine. You keep Sasha, you have Bayley, you have Charlotte, you have Nia Jax.
Technically, you still have Paige.
Oh, yeah, but she's hurt. That's
Yeah,
all.
I know.
But then, so you
I just didn't want to forget her.
You literally are focusing on 4 people only because 4 people are worth focusing on. This goes back to the fact that the women's division is small. It doesn't have the numbers that you need it to have, which is why with the tournament coming up, you're looking at, you bring in more people, you bring in more indies, you bring in more internationals. So now your division we can actually move forward with the Revolution that has literally hit a stopping point.
You know they're going to sign some of them.
Absolutely. And you can already guarantee if Candice LeRae does not participate in this thing, you're missing solid money on her. She's probably one of the best indie workers, period. And she's going to be solid. You know you're going to bring in Ruby Riott, dumb name.
She's fun to watch.
But she's solid. You're going to bring in a couple other ones. They've already announced names. You're seeing names pop up. But the problem is it's not about the people on the show. It's about how this was all worked and booked. Hashtag done with done and all the dumb shit you do. But if you want to talk to the Shakeup, let's cover the SmackDown side. You bring in Tamina, you bring in Charlotte. You have Becky. You have
Naomi.
So you have Naomi, who overall is probably better in the ring now than she has been in a long time.
Yeah, she's gotten a lot better.
Natty.
You got
Natty.
So you got Natty.
Which I think is going to end up being Charlotte's first big feud. It's probably going to be with Natty.
So you have Natty.
Over
Then you still have the ever omnipresent first family of wrestling in Nikki Bella.
That's assuming she isn't retired.
Yes, that happened twice. You got who else? Literally, you're solid on the SmackDown front.
Carmella. Can't forget Carmella. Because she'll eventually shake the Ellsworth sidekick thing. Yeah, I hate that storyline. I hate seeing Ellsworth on TV. But she's also getting better.
Well, let's talk about something that should have happened, where you send over to SmackDown or to Raw. You bring Alexa, you bring Mickie James. In all honesty, the one wrestler that they should have taken over, in my opinion, off of SmackDown for the women's roster is you got to bring Carmella over, because she's got everything attitude-wise that you need. You got one solid heel, but you need that annoying heel.
Well, I think the main reason they did. Well, I mean, I don't know if they ever plan on bringing her over, but one of the things that they've been very adamant about is her making her name without the stigma of Enzo and Cass. And so leaving her on SmackDown, even if she would have gone over to Raw, even if they didn't do anything connected to them storyline, the fans still know. You know, the fans remember, and they know that she's really with Big Cass in the real world. And so they would have spent her entire tenure there waiting for her to hook back up with Enzo and Cass.